And welcome to Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Area high school basketball teams beginning region play this week. We've got some highlights from the end of the regular season and a couple of senior nights around town. Also, the Georgia Southern men and women's basketball teams in action this past weekend. Unfortunately, they were swept by Georgia State in the women's game. They were in it for most of the first half, and then second half, the Panthers kind of pulled away. In the guys' game, they were in it through about 3/4 of the game, and then in the last quarter of the game, Georgia State kind of pulled away in that one. Simons for Georgia State had another big game for them. As for the Eagles, up next Wednesday and Saturday, or Wednesday and Friday rather, they'll be taking on the schools from Louisiana. You've got Louisiana Lafayette coming up on Wednesday. And then on Friday, they have Monroe. The women will be home Wednesday and Friday, taking on the two schools from Louisiana as well. As for our area high school basketball teams, well, the Statesboro Blue Devils were able to sweep South Effingham on the road in their regular season finales. For the girls, they ended up in a coin toss with Wayne County for the region championship. And unfortunately, Wayne County ends up winning that coin toss. They will be hosting the region for the boys and the girls there in Jessup. It begins this week. The girls from Statesboro High will play Wednesday at 3:30 against Ware County, while the boys will be playing immediately afterwards at 5 o'clock. They'll be taking on New Hampstead. The winners of those will be assured of a home state playoff game. The losers will be on the road. For Statesboro, they are both going in as, or the girls are going in as a 2 and the boys are going in as the 3 seed in their tournaments. As for Southeast Bulloch, you have the girls beginning on Monday, the guys getting things underway on Tuesday. They'll be at Jenkins High School taking on Jenkins. And then for the Portal Panthers, they will be the girls getting things underway on Monday. The Tuesday, the guys will get to host in theirs because they were the number 3 seed in their side of the sub-region. They'll be hosting Montgomery County Tuesday night at 6:30. And as for Bulloch Academy, the girls get things underway 5:30 on Tuesday. The guys are awaiting the winner of Pinewood and Westfield. That game will take place Thursday at 8:30. And the region tournament for Bulloch Academy taking place over at Pinewood. And one final note before we go to break, congratulations to the Bulloch Academy wrestling team. They had 4 individual state champions, including Jake Nelson, who won his 4th individual state championship. He's a senior, of course. He joins 2 other Bulloch Academy former wrestlers in winning 4 state championships. And the Gators also won their 5th straight in the GISA State AAA meet, which was held this past weekend in America. So once again, congratulations to Bulloch Academy on that. We've got a busy show for you. We're going to take a break and we'll be back in just a moment. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888. or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy.
Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Well, the Georgia Southern men on the road at Georgia State, where they lost, ended up falling late in that game to Georgia State. They'll be back in action on Wednesday and Friday in Louisiana. As for the women, they'll be hosting the Louisiana schools Wednesday and Friday. They played Saturday at home against Georgia State. Let's get out and take a look at some of the highlights. 3, 2, 1. So once again, the women getting things underway Wednesday against Louisiana, and then Friday against Monroe. Both of those games taking place at Hanner Fieldhouse. Stay with us. We'll have more coming up in just a moment. The Georgia Southern Lady Eagles hosting Georgia State Saturday. We pick things up in the first half. KK Williams from Georgia State drops the 3. The Eagles try to respond. Haley Diaz-Allen with the 2. Then Alicia Owens goes in for the nice reverse. Nicole Franks back in the lineup for Georgia Southern, and she buries the 3-pointer. Next, Tatum Barber from the same spot hits for 3. And then the Eagles continue to hit from behind the arc as Jordan Strange hits from up top. Georgia State right back. Victoria Middlebrooks, she likes from way downtown as well. She'd have 21. Allison Johnson hitting for 2. Next, a nice drive by Owens for the Eagles. 2 more. Alexis Brown, 2 of her 15 points. Then a nice look. Amira Outwater to Victoria Stravopoulos for 2. Georgia State too much though. Williams hitting for 22 points. And they'd win 83-66. The Georgia Southern Eagles lost this past weekend, were swept by Georgia State. The guys lost on the road. The women lost at home. We'll have highlights in just a moment. And coming up this week, it's a strange schedule for Georgia Southern. The guys will play a rare Wednesday-Friday matchups on the road in Louisiana. Wednesday against Louisiana and Friday against Monroe. The women will be playing their typical Thursday-Saturday games, 6:30 and 2 o'clock respectively. All right, let's get out and take a look at some of the highlights from this past week, Georgia State. 3, 2, 1. So once again, as I mentioned, we'll have the guys on Wednesday, Friday playing at Louisiana. The women are playing their usual Thursday, Saturday. Thursday's game at 6:30 at Hanner Fieldhouse, and then on Saturday's game will take place at 2 o'clock at Hanner Fieldhouse. Stay with us. High School Hoops coming up next.
What does it mean to have financial freedom?
At Queensboro Wealth Management, we're helping people figure that out.
And giving them a plan to get there.
If you have a desire to take control of your finances and live with financial purpose,
We
will use every bit of our knowledge to help you.
and there's no cost to get started.
Download a free kit from our website, then give any of us a call. QWM is Queensboro Wealth Management. Let's begin today.
Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998. Providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy. In-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests and ultrasounds, in-house lab. And introducing our new nurse practitioner, Melissa Beasley, as we now accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care. Well, the big news coming out of Brooklet this week was that Southeast Bulloch head coach John Page will be stepping down after over 30 years of coaching in Brooklet at Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets. He compiled over 300 career wins, coached 5 different sports, and was the athletic director the past few seasons. He was hoping to go out on a positive note at home. Let's get out and see how the Yellow Jackets did against the Blue Jackets from Savannah High. Southeast Bulloch honoring the life of volleyball player Brooke Pack with her number 21 on the court. Senior night for the Jackets as they host Savannah High. First half, Jaden Smith for 3, tying the game. Next, Smith off the steal. She goes all the way in to give the Yellow Jackets the lead. The Blue Jackets fight back to get close, but Southeast continuing to lead throughout the first half. Zakiya Phillips hits the runner next off the inbounds. Shaziria Johnson gets the friendly bounce, and the Yellow Jackets will open up a 17-10 halftime lead. We move to the second half, more of the same as Smith hits 2 more of her game-high 16 points. And more from Smith. She steps back, hits the 3, Southeast by 12, but Savannah High comes all the way back, and they'd end up taking this one by a final count of 40-36. The seniors honored between games in what would be Southeast Bulloch head coach John Page's final home game as the Jackets head coach, as he'll be retiring at the end of the year. The Blue Jackets out to an early lead, but the Yellow Jackets would fight back behind some solid defense. Tyler Bailey with the block. Then on the other end, it's A.J. Williams with the bucket. Next, Christian Clark will go in for 2. Tyler Bailey later off the mark, but Clark comes through with the rebound, the putback, and the foul. Ryan Swanson later penetrates for 2. Southeast Bulloch up by 4, but Savannah High battles back. And we go to the half in a low-scoring game, tied at 20-20. The Yellow Jackets pull away in the second half. Clark up for 2 more. Then Swanson able to hit the 3-pointer from up top. And finally, it's Jordan Bradford, the nice backdoor bounce pass to Swanson, as Southeast Bulloch wins 49-43. So congratulations to Coach Page. It's going to be weird to not see him on the sidelines. I've been working here in Bulloch County since 1991, and he's been the coach there ever since, as has Lee Hill at Statesboro High. So it's going to be a little bit of a change, but congratulations to him. They will get things underway Tuesday at in Savannah against Jenkins. All right, stay with us. More highlights to come. Come visit us locally here in Statesboro at Piedmont Loop beside Walmart.
Friday night lights to early morning deer stands, Anderson's General Store in Statesboro is your tailgating and hunting headquarters. Boots from Ariat, Georgia Boot, Irish Setter, Wolverine, and more, we have a pair for you. Check out our Costa and Ray-Ban sunglasses. And apparel from Columbia, Carhartt, and Drake. Dove, ducks, deer, we have all your hunting needs. And tailgate with a Big Green Egg or Traeger grill. Pack in the flavor with delicious sauces and rubs. Haul it all home with a utility trailer. Anderson's General Store, a general store, and so much more.
Well, the Portal Panthers trying to finish things off on a positive note as they get set to start the region tournament. The girls were able to knock off Jenkins County. The boys unfortunately lost in a wild one. Let's get out and take a look at some of the highlights. Portal hosting Jenkins County, ladies first, and Portal able to extend their second half lead going inside to Keely Thomas. She'd have 11. Later, more from Thomas as she's able to hit the putback. The Eagles try and make a run, getting within 8, but the Panthers able to withstand and build their lead. Akeelia Williams hits the jumper, and finally Williams with 2 more on the break, and Portal wins this one 32-21. Seniors honored between games, and the senior boys looking to finish with the win. Senior Devontae Brown with the 3-pointer. Next, Deontay Wiggum for 3. Portal up by 6. Then Brown 3 more. as Portal extends the lead to 7. But the Eagles then go on a 13-0 run, and they'd outscore Portal 20-7 the rest of the half. They take a 6-point lead into halftime. In the second half, things would get wild before the packed crowd. Dax Reddick for 3, then Brian Ware from NBA range drains it. Ware with the hot hand as he hits from about that same spot. And then Ware, the three-pointer and the foul. This would end up tying the game at 42-all, but every time Portal would tie it, Jenkins County would come back with the answer. Ware able to hit his 4th three-pointer of the second half. Then Connor Washington makes it a 2-point game. Reddick would then off the mark here, but KJ Hayes, the putback, tying the game at 57-all. The Eagles come back. Then Portal right back as Devontae White gets them within 1. But a huge 3 by Marcus Stevens would seal the deal. And Portal falls 73-69. So the region playoffs beginning Monday for the girls. The guys Tuesday will be hosting Montgomery County in the opening round of the region tournament. That game scheduled for a 6:30 start in Portal. Stay with us. Much more to come on Upon Further Review.
No credit refused isn't just an offer, it's a way of business and has been for over 100 years. No banks, no ridiculous credit requirements, just local Badcock store owners who treat you right and give you credit when others won't. It's never been easier to express your style and love your home.
A sports injury can stop you in your tracks. At Optum Orthopedics, our specialized physicians and staff use advanced orthopedic procedures with one specific goal in mind: to get you back to you. If you have a sports injury, request an evaluation. Experience the Optum difference.
Some final basketball notes to get to. The Bulloch Academy Gators girls will get things underway in the region tournament in Belleville at Pinewood. They'll be playing at 5:30 on Tuesday. The guys will be playing at 8:30 on Thursday as they get things underway there in Belleville. As for Statesboro High, the girls from Statesboro getting things underway 3:30 at Wayne County on Wednesday. They'll be taking on Ware County, and then Statesboro's boys will be playing immediately afterwards at 5 o'clock. They'll be taking on New Hampstead. The winners of those will advance to the region championship games, which will be played on Friday. The consolation games will be played Friday as well. All right, well, before we go, a big signing. It's always big when there's an SEC school involved, and BA's JT Osborne signing with Alabama.
Well, I just travel the country a lot shooting, and I knew Alabama had a shotgun team, so I reached out to a few guys that I knew on the team, and it just seemed like a good fit. So I just kind of reached out and networked a little bit and found it, and just I wanted to stay in the South, stay near my home. I mean, it's just one state over, still a good little drive, but I didn't want to go up north or somewhere out west. I wanted to stay in the South, and if you have the opportunity to represent University of Alabama and wear something that says Roll Tide, who wouldn't take that opportunity?
And that'll wrap things up for this week. We thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again next week.